Hello everyone, I all hope you had a very much quite have a wonderful, beautiful, great morning indeed, guys, and a very much quite have a great one indeed, guys. Well, guys, sorry to exactly bring this up to you. The gardening people are quietly here, so you might actually be receiving more loud noises in the actual background, but that will depend on exactly how far, how far have I actually manages to start the episode. But despite that, guys, I'm very superly grateful for you guys' support and your guys' comments in TikTok, and also from you, and also from those of you guys in YouTube, and from Shorts, and from those of you guys who are also subscribing, and also from the ones who are following me as well. Means completely a lot to me. Keep pushing, guys, and keep going and stay strong. I believe in you as you guys believe in me as well. I completely very grateful for you guys' support. Totally appreciate it. Have a blessed, beautiful day and a blessed week. Oh, tomorrow I won't be able to upload Friday's episode in YouTube. For those of you who are actually watching YouTube rather than TikTok, you'll receive it on next week Monday, which you know exactly know how the schedule has been usually been set up as well on Fridays. But despite that, you'll receive today's episode from both sides, from Shorts and from TikTok and from long videos in YouTube. Regardless of that, guys, have a blessed day. Keep pushing and keep going. Appreciate your guys' support. Love it. And I truly am grateful for it. Means a lot to me. Stay strong and stay healthy and stay very much blessed and be grateful for what you have and keep going and keep loving yourself. With that exactly being said, today's episode moving on the most powerful dark, sinister ancient member of the Order of the Five, known as the Dark Faithful, who is a very powerful dark magic user, very much of a long time member of the Order of the Five, that actually decides the fate of humanity, and they want sole control over the sacred world and the sacred universe, and over humanity and the entire solar system and the rest of the known universe. By the way, this member is a very shadowy mastery figure, a very powerful shadowy mastery figure, dark magic user who doesn't always participate with the organization's true video audience, and but he does participate within the meetings of them reconvening and all of that, which he remains within the shadows of the entire organization, becoming its most dangerous elite mastermind. And by doing so, he's a very deadly and powerful dark magic user known as a faithful, very lethal and very ancient, and very powerful as well, and also very highly resourceful as well in the after battle of the great sacred conflicts and wars within the entire sacred magic dimension and within the entire sacred magic universe as well. He is also the great follower of Amber, the goddess of power, as who's also better known as the Witch of Power, who is the world mystical, who's actually the world mystical, magical, dark, magical advisor of the original Lord of Magic. So, which means, in other words, he's more powerful, more dangerous, and very lethal, and very primordial, and very unpredictable as well. His magic is beyond anything else. Unlike the other dark druids and dark witches and dark faithful, he's very resilient to his power and to its nature of his dark magic. With that exactly being said, let's proceed. The Dark Faithful was, after all, part of Amber's greatest dark followers when Amber led the entire group of the dark magic user, to which within the great century, when the Shadow Empire was under the sole control of the original Lord of Magic, after the previous ancestors of the Shadow Empire were still deciding who will take control of the Shadow Empire. The other members exactly wanted the original Lord of Magic to take control of the Shadow Empire itself as well. Despite that, under Amber's current leadership, the dark followers, known as the dark magic users of the dark druids, the dark witches, and the dark faithful, completely thrived under her current leadership. They remained the most powerful, deadly dark magic users, helping Amber create powerful, sinister, dark experiments, making sure that the Shadow Empire would remain powerful and highly dominant to its true power, and to its true power, and to its true current status quo, the way it has always remained, even for many centuries before under the original Lord of Magic's under current leadership. The Shadow Empire still remained under its current status quo of its dominant power, of its dominant power faction, the way it has always been remained, the way it's always been remained as well for the following centuries as well. During which, in those times, under Amber's current leadership, this Dark Faithful began a very powerful, sinister, dark magical experimentation within his central headquarters, far away from the actual central headquarters where the original Lord of Magic and Amber were actually beginning their entire plans of conquest and to annihilate the supernaturals, aliens, superhumans, the mighty Phoenician hunters, and the mighty chosen one known as the prophesied child, who is Grayson Ferris Unity, who is the most powerful origin superhero known as Universal Man, who is the son of the original Universal Man and the son of the original Universal Woman as well in the process. Despite that, the Dark Faithful exactly continued up with his dark experiment notation in his dark central headquarters of his cave, where he seriously manages to understand the full components of shadow energy and of wild energy in his true status quo. The dark druids and the other dark magic users will always come for his greatest assistance and his greater nobility assistance in order for them to receiving more destructive technology and more highly compatible technology for the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders, for them to specifically utilize for their own skill set of combat against the most powerful warring enemies of other alien and bonds civilizations and planets and sacred great nations and clans and tribes within the neighboring star systems and within the other sacred great nations borders and systems as well. Despite that, this Dark Faithful became highly ambitious and very highly intrigued with the power that shadow energy possesses, and he knew the price that if he fully synchronized with the energy and merge himself with the energy and infuse himself with the energy, his body will suffer a traumatic price and a devastating cost to which will never be good for him, as he has seen that with the original Lord of Magic, as he's beginning to suffer slowly and dying slowly, very much quietly, slowly, and also very quietly, very slowly. But his beauty and his handsome face still remains the same as it always does. But regardless than that, the Dark Faithful exactly took higher steps and high precaution to understanding the full powers and the great powerlessness of shadow energy's true spiritual energy and of its true power. By doing so, Amber regardlessly exactly gave him powerful encrypted dark forbidden techniques of dark magic and of the dark arts so that he can utilize those skills for himself and also for himself as well, and for the other followers within his great perimeter as well. Despite that, the Dark Faithful took higher precautions and higher steps in learning everything about the forbidden techniques of dark magic and of the dark arts and of serious dark magical spells and dark magical abilities, with the power that it was able to gain of changing his eye color, of changing his eye's perceptionary color to yellow eyes and into purple eyes, into red eyes, into different types of color, and changing the color of his skin to which he can shapeshift into any being and into any creature as well at the time. During the Great Century, his powers began highly improving, and so that his dark magical powers and abilities began highly improving and began highly adapting and highly evolving at a very greater rate, to which he became so powerful and so very much deadly that he was solely ready to begin his own plans and his own goals as well. Within the Great Century, the dark magic user known as the Great Faithful began his long-term incursion on other sinister dark magical worlds and planets in order to stealing and acquiring the dark magical essence and their powers for the Shadow Empire and for the original Lord of Magic to learn and to utilize for his great body and for his great essence as well, to which he succeeded. But due to the intervention of the mighty stone fairies and of the mighty stone hunters and of the mighty ice hunters and of the mighty 7 nation hunters, who were able to intercept this powerful dark magic user, that were able to fight up against him, but he received aid from the dark dark, powerful witches who also aided him in retrieving the energies that he was about to retrieve. But due to the great persistence of the mighty, great heroes and protectors, the Dark Faithful decided it's best to withdraw from the battle and to retreat before attracting more unwanted attention, which would not be a good idea for him to fighting up against them as well. Within his great central headquarters of his cave, he manages to keep tabs on the entire sacred magic universe's progress on the other schools, witches, on witches, on witches and fairies and fairy witches and fairy hunters and all other aspects of magical creatures' abilities and their powers. And they're learning so much about sacred magic histories, powers, and abilities as well. To which he discovered that the other alien worlds do house a powerful alien crystal Grand Canyon cave, which would be very crucial for him to study the power of convergence. To which he decided to go there right now and procure that technique as well. Within the near century, the Dark Faithful traveled to the Grand Crystal Canyon Cave, to where other dark druids and dark wizards and dark warlocks were literally in a powerful transitional stage, in a very powerful transitional stage of meditating within the Dark Crystal Grand Canyon Cave, to where they all literally were absorbing and extracting the energy, the magical energy and power of the Grand Crystal, of the great crystal's powers and energy through their body, and literally trying to transmitting it by tapping into the energy itself, to where he was able to see the energy's color and flow due to his eyes being in a different color, to which you can see it in a very powerful way. He also decided it's best to join in order to absorb and extract the energy soon as possible, to where he was also able to gain its power and its greater immunities as well in the everlasting struggle, in the everlasting struggle of power within the meditational mindset as well. Through the process of the mindset meditation, he was also able to gain a powerful clarification on the power and also its true energy, understanding how to balance natural power and understanding how to balance the power of great creation as well within its centerpiece as well. Within the near century, the dark magic user was approached by Doc Ren, who is an original founding member of an ancient secret organization known as the Order of the Five, which is better known as an ancient shadowy elite criminal organization, or an ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Order of the Five, which he told the dark magic user that his services would be highly recommended to the organization, and due to him having greater expertise in dark magic and its greater power, and to him becoming highly patient with its greater techniques, they would need a member like him, because they need his greater expertise and his greater talents within the dark arts. The Dark Faithful exactly told Dark Ren that they already have many other members within a group, or they exactly choose him out of all the others. Dark Ren exactly told him that because he's so close to the original Lord of Magic, that he received greater powerful potential knowledge on how to harness his dark magical powers and his abilities in a more far greater way than all the others exactly failed to do so, that he is more worthy to becoming the member of the organization and of the society, to which the other members agreed that it's best that they have him to be, it's best that they actually have you rather than to have you running loose when the death of the original Lord of Magic is about to approach as well. The Dark Faithful exactly agreed with Dark Ren that it will be quite good to becoming a part of a very become something very powerful, to become highly connected with some organization that might exactly help furthering his own goals and his own plans in a process. To which Dark Ren precisely agreed that in doing so, he will gain greater followers and greater influential connections and greater resources in order to expanding his research and also his studies in a more far rate as well. To which the dark magic user agreed with Ren that he would gladly love to become a member of the Order of the Five. To which he told Ren that he will not be able to be present during the meetings of the organizations, to which he has a very powerful goal, a powerful plan in order to making sure that the organization's goals will be able to taking its furthest fruit, and making sure that the organization will remain the dominant ruling supreme organization within the entire sacred universe and within the rest of sacred society. To which Darwin exactly told him that the members make the right choice by choosing you to become its rightful, to becoming the next member of the organization itself as well. To which the Dark Faithful very much quietly agreed on that as well. To which he shook hands with Ren, and Ren exactly told him that he's now more than just an associate. He's now a partner and a friend of the organization itself as well. Nearing on the end of the Great Century, the Dark Faithful was able to meet up with Amber, the goddess of power, within the dark crystal chamber, where she told him that the members of the Order of the Five have accepted him into into their ranks, and he's willing to participate with the organization, realizing that he has greater potential to joining forces with them. But his loyalty will remain loyal to the goddess of power and to the original Lord of Magic as well. Amber exactly told her great loyal, devoted, faithful follower that she's very happy that he has found his place within the members of the Order of the Five, to which they are very powerful and very dangerous as well. But they're not so powerful enough to take on the original Lord of Magic. That he must be well aware of. To which he agreed that he will not double-cross his master and lord, and that his best interest is to serve him and is to become a high-ranking member of the Order of the Five, to which his loyalty will remain so, and it will always remain the way it's intended to be. To which Amber, the goddess of power, told him that she will still supply him with greater forbidden techniques of dark magic and of the dark arts, summoning creatures, monsters, beings, animals, people, different types of unknown forces, to which will be very good for him to improve his powers and his greater abilities in a more far rate, to which they'll be soon be confronting powerful super ancient heroes in the far future of the great calamity of the war that's about to be brought upon them and that's about to be waged upon them. To which the Dark Faithful agree that that is exactly what he's been waiting on, a powerful opportunity to test his might and to test his power as well. On the day of the 25 of the power vacuum, when the mighty universal heroes disappeared due to the cosmic blast, where they were fighting a deadly, powerful ancient threat from the other side of the sacred universe, within the unknown fringes of the known universe as well. The Shadow Empire began crippling itself into further turmoil and into further destruction than ever before, with more Shadow Empire warlords and commanders protecting themselves and their own interests, while the others still form a pact and in ancient alliances with the most powerful, dangerous, elite, shadowy criminal organization, such as the Order of the Five, and such as the Founders, and such as the Order of the Six, and the Order of the Seven, and the Galactic, and the Galactic Sacred Five, and the Sacred Circle, the Unholy Alliance, and the Court of Nature, and the Order of the Four, and the Power of Change, and all the other ancient criminal organizations that are working within the shadows of the Sacred Great Nations, within the Sacred Great Nations, entire order and star system as well. On that very particular month of the day of the 25th of February, the Dark Faithful took steps to disappear, as in literally disappear and remain unknown when the power vacuum had already begun already. He told the members of the Order of the Five that he would not be present during their meetings and during the video audience as well, to which he told Doc Ren they would not be present on those occasions because he has greater plans to improving the organization's true goals and the organization's true plans, making sure that its long-term plans be able to bear fruit in the long term of its true goals as well. On the actual 19th of March, the Dark Faithful was able to reconvene with the other dark magic users, such as the Dark Druids, the Dark Witches, and the Dark Faithful of his own people within the Dark Cave that bear the ancient statues of the most powerful, deadly, and dark magic users who are known to have done the most evil deeds and the most evil actions of the entire sacred magic universe, and through fairy history and through fairy history and through fairy witch history and through Phoenician hunter history as well. These statues build monster in figure that these creatures have transformed, and they have literally ascended to their newest transformation as well, to which they were around the entire ancient cave or ancient temple to where these dark magic users were able to reconvene. The Dark Faithful exactly told the dark magic users that the members of the Order of the Five expects the entire services to be highly to be up to date, because right now their expertise are needed for what's to come. To which the dark magic users agree, then that is exactly what they'll do as well. On the actual of the 8th of April, the Dark Faithful and the other dark magic users began a powerful systematic ritual to which they are about to destroy an entire alien world, an entire beautiful alien world, ready to absorb and extract its entire beautiful essence of magic and its entire beautiful essence and resources of magic in the process as well. The leader of the group began a powerful ritual by combining advanced technology with dark magical abilities as well. The ritual was about to begin, but it was systematically cut off due to the intervention of the universal magic heroes who came just in the nick of time to saving the planet and to saving the rest of its star systems before it was heavily destroyed in the process. Universal Magic Girl literally confronted the most deadly, most powerful Dark Faithful of all, to which she realized that they were both evenly matched with their dark magical abilities. The Dark Faithful exactly told the rest of his followers to retreat and to withdraw from a battle and to not destroy the entire asteroid base, to which the universal magic heroes must learn about what they were up to, and they must learn exactly what they were planning to do as well. On the actual 15th of May, the Dark Faithful was completely meditating within the dark ancient cave of his central headquarters, harnessing the power of the natural energy and of the great energy of balance energy in a process as well, to which he was able to grow more powerful and more mysteriously more powerful, and was able to gain the power of super detection and the power of great sensory perception. His eyes began to change frequently into an animal's eyes, completely able to glow in a very powerful frequent change, and so did the body and the color of his skin began to change more frequently as well, and to which he seemed highly impressed and highly improved that his powers are adapting, and they also highly are growing in a more sufficient rate as well. On the 10th of June, on the actual 10th of June, the Dark Faithful was completely able to meet up with the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders on a different base of operation, to which was a different cave, to where he exactly told the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders that they must still deliver the destructive technology to the assassins and to the organization known as the Noten Knights that works on the behalf of the Order of the Five, to which the deal was the same and the agreement still stands the way it is. The other Shadow Empire warlords and commanders exactly told the Dark Faithful, who is a high-ranking member of the Order of the Five, that they'll still exactly own up to the agreement if the organization will still deliver them and supply them with more powerful supernatural weapons, such as superhumans, such as the great army of the superhuman race, to which they need in order to advance their attacks and the invasion attacking on other worlds and on other sister planets. The Dark Faithful exactly reassured the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders that the Order of the Five will always uphold its bargain, and that it will always uphold its deal, and that they will